Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is great being here live this morning after having a few days of technical issues and not being able to be here live. Our teacher for this week is Oprah Winfrey, and I forget how much I love these quotes from her. This week of Oprah Winfrey wisdom is something I always really enjoy, and I trust that you do as well. Maggie, such a good morning to you. Awesome seeing you again. And Sunmary, a very good morning. So good to be back live with you again. All right, let's get into Oprah's wisdom for us today. What leads us into today's meditation is a thought about surrender. The idea is surrender and how it can be the journey of a lifetime to understand what that even means. Because it's not just about surrendering to whatever it is that we need to let go of, but also surrendering to what it is that needs to get done. When to be, when to do, how do we learn this difference? And surrender is what leads us to this clarity. Hey, Anthony, a good evening to you, man. Marcella, good morning. It is awesome seeing you all live again. Right, a few thoughts from Oprah Winfrey this morning. She says, when you have done everything that you can do, surrender. Give yourself up to the power and energy that is greater than yourself. It really is that simple. But even though it's simple, it doesn't mean we easily learn how to do this. I want to repeat this again because of its simplicity. When you have done everything that you can do, surrender. Give yourself up to the power and energy that is greater than yourself. I'm loving all of the hearts bursting in the corner of my screen. It's so good to see you all today. She says, dream big, dream very big. Work hard, work very hard. And after you've done all that you can do, stand, wait, and fully surrender. So it's certainly not about just being passive and doing nothing. It is also about working very hard. But after you've done all that you can do, stand, wait, surrender. The last thought from Oprah says, what has made me successful is the ability to surrender my plans, my dreams, my goals to a power that is greater than other people and greater than myself. Surrender. So if you're ready, let's slip away on today's journey together. This is a very practical experience of surrender and kind of embodying the result that surrender brings, which really always is clarity. So if you're ready, you can close your eyes and let's float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. And as you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Really pay attention to your breathing. Feel the air flow in as your body rises, and feel the air flow out as your body falls. And for the moment, pay particular attention to the inhale. Be deliberate about feeling how your body rises. Feel how you grow. Feel how the inhale feels like strength. You're growing, becoming stronger, fully in creative mode, creating with every inhale. Just imagine how silly it would be if we become so invested in this sense of power and strength that our inhale brings, that we become confused and think that inhale is better than exhale. And we should from now on only inhale, never exhale. Can you see how a silly idea this is? But we do it in other ways. We push ourselves to grind. We push ourselves to do. And something culturally has told us that resting, surrender, and even collapse is to be frowned upon. Take a moment and feel into your exhale. Feel into the letting go. feel deeply into the collapse. And see how much balance your breath tries to teach you. It's not about only doing, and it's certainly not about only being. But can we find the balance? Can you rise and create at your highest potential, and also, when you've done everything you can do, can you let go? Surrender. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left, and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left, and also lean your upper body over to the right. Leaning into your back muscles and very, very gently finding the edges and leaning into those edges. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence as much as we are able to, at least, we can turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. We'll do the first few together. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slowly settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, what has your journey with surrender been so far? How have you experienced surrender? What does it mean to you? Take your next big breath. Today's specific journey is the analogy of the pond. We all know what it feels like to internally experience stormy weather, a storm in our inner world. And in this analogy, this is a lot like standing halfway with the bottom half of our body in a pond of water. In this analogy, this is our pond, a representation of our inner experience, with a storm happening in this pond. Water moving, the surface choppy. Can you relate to the experience of an inner stormy situation? What does it feel like when your inner world, when your pond feels like there's a storm happening? Take your next big breath. Which came first into our pond, the fear or the storm? And it's not important to find an answer to this question, but whether it was fear first or storm first, when we find ourselves in this stormy pond, it tends to create just more fear. When you look down, trying to see your feet in this pond, it is impossible to see where your footing is. It's impossible to see what the next step could be because the water is all muddy and murky. And as we try and see how to take the next step, and we're confronted only with muddy water, stormy muddy water at that, it tends to create just more fear. And in the presence of more fear, we tend to splash even more in this already stormy pond. Can you relate? Have you had a recent experience of experiencing fear? And do you remember what it feels like to splash in your pond because you feel scared? Take your next big breath. The worst part of experiencing a storm in our pond is how it makes us see ourselves. When you look down at the surface of your stormy pond, and in this moment of fear and trying to figure out what to do, when you catch a glimpse of your own reflection, what does it look like? On this choppy surface, we see a broken image, a fractured image of ourselves. When we try and take a look at ourselves in the middle of a storm, and because we're already scared, it is so easy to believe that this broken image is who I am. This fractured human is who I am. Can you remember feeling that way? Take your next big breath. When the water is all muddy and the surface is choppy with waves, the only thing for us to do is to take a step out of the pond. Completely surrender. Stop trying to do. I've often received a question which sounds something like this. The question said, "But I did get out of my pond. I'm not splashing anymore. I'm outside my pond and nothing feels better. I still can't see." Alan Watts has some beautiful words that ask, do you have the patience to wait for the water to settle? Can you take a step out of your stormy pond and just wait? Just surrender. For a moment, no doing, only being. And watch and wait for the water to settle. Take your next big breath. Do you have the patience to wait for the water to settle? Just like you, in the absence of agitation, water always returns to its natural state. The this calm and clarity is the natural state of your being. But often if the water doesn't clear quickly enough, we feel like we can stick our hand back in there and make it clear. You see what this creates, right? The moment I try and make the water clear, I am once again adding to the storm in the pond. Can you see how the bottom slowly comes into view again? Can you see how slowly you'll be able to see how to take the next step? Take your next big breath. And what's more is now when you look at your reflection in this glassy, smooth surface, what you see this time is a lot more accurate. You're seeing the real you, the calm nature of your true being. And I'd love for you to create this reminder. Remind yourself that the next time you catch a glimpse of your reflection during the middle of a storm, when you see that broken image of you, could you please remind yourself that that's only what the storm looks like. It's not a true reflection of you. Can you remind yourself that you've actually seen the true reflection of you? You've seen the calm, the beautiful, the peaceful you. And that you can trust yourself to return to this calm space again and again and again. Take your next big breath. We'll do one more big breath together to slip out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you again from Oprah's words on surrender. She says, "When you have done everything that you can do, then surrender. Give yourself up to the power and energy that is greater than yourself. Dream big, dream very big. Work hard, work very hard. And after you've done all that you can, you stand, wait, and fully surrender." She says, "What has made me successful is the ability to surrender my plans, my dreams, my goals to a power that is greater than other people and greater than myself." Dream big, and also work hard, and then surrender. It is likely when we get out of our pond and we put everything down and we wait for the water to clear, that we'll see with clarity. Surrender always brings this. Surrender shows where to take the next step. And it is very likely in our endeavor to do the next thing and take the next step that we cause a stir in our pond again. It doesn't mean we should not be taking action. It doesn't mean we should not be doing. We should do our best. We should be creating at our highest potential. Just not get stuck in doing. It's likely that as we do our thing, we also create the next storm in our pond. And just like taking a breath in, we also have to take a breath out. Inhale and let go. Take action and surrender. Create and also let it go. It'll probably never be different. But we get better at the balance. We get better at catching ourselves faster. Taking action comes with more ease if we're not wasting energy anymore. But taking a step back and getting out of the pond becomes easier too. Why would I not want the clarity to know where the next step is if I've seen so many times before how surrender gets me there? We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this journey, this long road of learning how to have a better balance with surrender and taking action. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning and trusting how surrender always leads to clarity. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning this deep truth about surrender, that it's just certainly not about just letting go and just taking a step back and just doing nothing, but that surrender means nothing unless it includes being surrendered to do whatever it is that needs to get done. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the lesson that my breath teaches me. Inhale and also exhale. Create and also let go. Take action and also surrender. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for jumping live online with us today. Good morning, Nella. Good morning, Leshna. Hey, Jesse, a very good morning. Marissa, good evening to you. Ingo, it's good to see you pop in. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Marcella. Thank you, Sunmari. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Leshna. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope that taking action and also surrendering comes naturally and easy to you today. Have a beautiful day. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.